Hey guys!
Alright folks, we're here today to check out a band that reached out to us through our special Patreon tier that we have for bands to ask us to check out their music and whatever. And the name of the band is Prognan, and they are from Croatia, but the lead singer learned Ukrainian to do this song because they dedicated it to the people of Ukraine, and it's called All Is Quiet on the Eastern Front. Apparently the folks from 1914 shared it.
Oh.
So it has their stamp of approval.
Yeah, it's already
has their stamp of approval.
Good direction.
That's
there.
fucking crazy, dude. You're from Croatia, and you learn Ukrainian just to sing a song. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could do that, or at least feel comfortable doing it. That I'm not butchering the whole fucking song.
Yeah, or maybe they wrote the song and they're like, you know what? It would feel probably like 10 times better if we did it in the language that it's meant to be sung in.
I know, but still not an easy thing to do.
Of course, it's dedication.
Yeah, to the cause.
And I'm actually excited now because, 1914 put their stamp of approval.
I know. All right, so you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's check this out. Ukrainian. Fuck, sounds good, man. Before we talk about the song, I watched the movie, the new version of the All Quiet on the Western Front.
We watched it together.
Did we?
Yeah, and I told you.
I forgot you were there.
I watched. There was 3 of them. There was the one from the 30s. There was the one from the 70s.
No, but there's a new one now.
And then there's the new one we watched.
Oh, I forgot that you were there. Anyways, that was fucking good.
It was what, the movie?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, the other ones are, the one from the 70s is pretty good too. And that one, it's not like, dubbed in English. Like that one, they're actually speaking English.
Oh, okay. So, anyways, I enjoyed the movie. Just want to say that. I just like the movie. Anyways, in the beginning there, when it started off in English, I was wondering where the hell is the Ukrainian coming in.
I wasn't enjoying the English one. I don't know about you.
I didn't like the English one either, to be honest with you.
No, because somehow he mastered Ukrainian, but he didn't master English.
Well, they're from Croatia. I mean, English is also not their first
I
language.
know, but if you're going to master one, try mastering the other first. I mean, it's not the English skill. Like, the way they speak English is perfect. It's the composition of the words.
To me, it's not the way he was speaking. It's rather the simplicity of the lyrics.
No, it's the lyrics in general.
The lyrics weren't very good in that part. I honestly, I felt the lyrics were like too simplistic.
No,
what do you mean no? Like,
yeah, they were simplistic.
They were super simplistic.
They were simplistic. They didn't sound right. Like the vocals, I felt like sometimes the vocals were lacking, like behind the song, and sometimes I felt like they were running away with the song. Like they were going into, because they were trying to finish. They would end off a verse,
and there was too many. There was too much. Like, it was trying to pack so much into a song. Like,
but they were ending off a verse, and it wasn't the end of the sentence, and they would continue the sentence in the next verse. What the fuck?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's almost like they had the lyrics written, and then they wrote the song, and then you try to fit the lyrics into the song, but it's like, what the fuck? Like, the lyrics run off the verses, and how are we gonna fit this in? To me, it was 2 issues. One was, it felt to me there was too many lyrics in that part. Like, just the sentences were too long.
Yeah.
And 2, the lyrics were not. They were not intelligent for the type of song that you were putting together.
No, they don't have to be intelligent at all.
I know they don't have to be intelligent, but they also don't have to be like grade 5.
Okay, listen. The reason why they
oversimplistic.
The reason why they felt like grade 5 is because there was too many words. It was too many words for such a short. It's like when they say just write your name in this box, and then you end up taking up half the box with the first part of your name. You don't have enough room for your last name, so you write in small font. Like, you only had this amount of time that your instrumental gave you, and lyric wise, you tried going outside of the line. You tried coloring outside the lines.
I don't disagree.
Like, there was no point of it. Easily, like, a band like 1914 is a perfect example of not running away with the lyrics. They, in their songs,
say more with less.
They say more with less, and if they have more to say, there's the verses. The way they end off is they end it off in a way where they can continue, but it's the end of the sentence, right? And they don't try to merge the words with something else. It's they take a sentence and they make like a 10-word sentence into 5 words, and it's just as impactful as the 10-word sentence.
I agree.
And they tell all of that in a similar.
They're concise.
Way, yeah. It's what they could have. That's easily what they could have done.
There's a lot of things.
I didn't enjoy the sour note of the first part of the song. The riff was hitting you, and there was that sour note. I don't like that fucking note. It's not the first time I've heard that note in a song. And I don't know whether it's just me or it's the note, but I just don't like the sound of it, especially the way it was compiled into the track. I didn't like it. But I
didn't like that more melodic riffing so far deep into the mix. I wanted that a little bit more up on the mix.
What the afterwards, like the one where it sounded like a Ukrainian or Russian folk song a little bit.
Yeah. But that to me was too deep. It needed to be a little bit more a little bit more.
And the vocals sounded like they were from a record player, like an old record player. Which, to be honest with you, I don't hate.
No, because the song is about World War I. So I mean,
it's supposed to be I guess it's supposed to be World War One.
But in comparison to what's happening now in the war in Ukraine, so that I don't mind because it plays with the old feel of the song.
I know.
So
I was also wondering why the video had not, like, they could have put black and white versions of what's happening in Ukraine in the video. It was
blended in with.
Yeah, like it was mainly World War One. Like, what does the Germans have to do with now? Like, stop throwing these guys under the bus. Stop throwing the Germans.
But the song is about World War One. It's just that they threw in a dedication to Ukraine by singing the lyrics in Ukrainian. I just
Okay,
feel
but
like
they could have merged.
I just feel like if you're gonna do that lyrically and vocally, then
You
I think
should
you need to
merge
merge
some-
that visually as well.
Exactly. Make it black and white so it fits. But yeah, and they're going early in the war too. I mean, fuck, they had like cannons and like the artillery shit that was all broken and horses still. I know they were using horses. Like,
Yeah, they ran out of horses halfway through, then they brought the tanks.
I don't know if they ran out, but
They brought the tanks.
I don't know. I can't remember if it was. I don't know if this is my historical knowledge defeating me, but someone correct me in the comments because it's been a while since I've heard the thing. But I think at the start of World War One, there was something around where the French were trying to attack like with the horses and like cavalry charge, and then they got fucking demolished because because the trench warfare was already created. So and then that's when they adopted it. Someone please correct me because I heard this and I don't know if it's fully correct, but you know, that's what the whole art, like the horses and the things, they reminded me of that. If you take away the first 2 minutes of the song, and you cut it down to the 6 minutes that I enjoyed, then boom. Because I enjoyed. Now
the ending was too long.
I'm not saying it was perfect. But I'm saying the humming at the end was way too long. Listen, this is not an episode of Vikings. I don't need to hear the
like a flashback to a battle or something. That's what it kind of felt like.
This is the song that happens when one of Uhtred's wives is about to die.
Yeah. When he's caught somewhere else and something bad is happening to somebody somewhere else.
And he looks up in the sky and he's like, "Oh no, I know what's happening."
Yeah, when this song plays,
it's like when
somebody I fucked is about to die.
Yeah, it's like in Vikings when Bjorn looks up and he's like, "Our father is dead." Like it's some bullshit. Like that's what you hear.
But I think they could have done it. Okay, personally, this is my personal opinion. Take away that intro in English. It's too busy. Too many words, too many lyrics. It shouldn't have been there, in my humble opinion. And you bring the humming at the beginning, and you build that humming as an intro into the song.
You make the humming blend into that folky
like folky riff.
That folky riff. You blend that shit in.
And then you can bring it again at the end.
And then you bring it again, so it all goes full circle. So, you make the song. You don't make the song 6 minutes or 8 minutes. You make the song 4 minutes because vocally, if you take away the English stuff, it's gonna get a little bit repetitive after a while.
Yeah.
So, but there was 4 minutes of Ukrainian vocals that weren't repetitive. It was they came back, but it was like they came back and then there was fresh, and then came back and then there was the riff again. So. Technically, if you made the song 4 minutes, it wouldn't be repetitive at all.
And you can still have that humming. You can have it at the beginning.
Have it at the end.
At the end. But shorter on both ends.
Shorten it. It did not have to be like a minute and a half long.
I think it was like 2 minutes.
Yeah, of humming. It did not have to be 2 minutes of humming. Yeah, the English wasn't. It wasn't.
The English we already addressed that because to me it's two-folded. Too many words. And the lyrics didn't have the consistency that they needed.
If you shorten up the if you can make an impactful sentence with less words, not only does it show intelligence, but it also fits the song way better. If I'm able to portray a message in a few sentences where others portray in a paragraph, which one are you going to read?
Yeah.
So
not only that, but what you're saying, like what I felt was that the lyrics were very childish, were very simple. That doesn't help either.
No, but.
That doesn't help either.
1914, lyric-wise, sometimes they do that. But the thing is, since they're so simple and there's so little of them, and the passion behind the voice, they don't seem simple anymore. It adds to it.
It sounds like you're listening to somebody who's there.
Exactly. And and if you're in battle, who the fuck is thinking about...
you're not Shakespearean. You're not Shakespearean it, but
imagine you're in the trenches and you're getting like fucking shot, and it's like, "Dear sir, we're being shot at by the enemy. What will we do now?" Like, no, that's not what. It's not. Like simple lyrics. I don't care if it's simple lyrics when it comes to do with like war stuff, because simple lyrics.
I know, but simple lyrics when you have too many of them, it's not a good combination.
But simple lyrics. I'm not thinking about. Child I went to the store or all this bullshit, and I'm thinking about like simple lyrics, meaning like
I know, but there was too many rhymes and everything too. Like
no, making it rhyme is perfectly fine.
I
see what I did there, but because making it rhyme is something that all types of metal music
Okay,
does.
that's not what I'm coming at.
But they take too long to get to the rhyme. That's our problem. Is that they take too long to get to the fucking rhyme.
And the rhymes are like what's rhyming is like it's simple.
I don't know.
I don't know. To me, like it just felt like there was
So
my
much
personal opinion. It just felt there was too many lyrics and they were too simple.
Yeah.
Which together is not a good combination. That's all I'm saying. It's not a good combination.
It's definitely not. And
there was more passion in the Ukrainian.
Yeah, I felt like sometimes the Ukrainian there could have been more, because when he would start off sentences in Ukrainian, he was like very like monotoned. And it just sounded like
I think he's just trying to deliver it.
There was different vocals in that Ukrainian.
Yeah, there was layers in
there. There was layers, but why was the main layer I'm hearing is the monotone one? That's not the one I want to hear. The one I want to hear is the one that, because it feels, the first time it hit you, it felt like a choir, like an old time choir, right? But then the second one, the baritone, like you just heard the monotone guy, and it was like, okay, and then like it left, and then the rest of everyone else came in. It's like, I know it's not your first language, but if you're going to do it,
man, they could have even used the humming as the intro and outro, yes, but they could also use it in the middle.
They could have used it in the
like
middle.
As a layer, like underneath. So like instead of using like almost a choir style approach, you have just the singing of the lyrics with that humming behind it. Or, it would have worked really well too.
Yeah, or
it would create a very somber mood.
You have the humming that links into the riff at the start, right? And then you have the song. And then at the end, instead of having the humming again to just the humming, you would do the melody like the folkish riff, and then the background of the folkish riff to make it feel like the finale, the grand finale. You put the choir and like those female vocals, and make them hum that same riff, and then end it.
Yeah.
You don't have to like trickle it off, whatever. It's still coming full circle, and it doesn't feel like we've been here before, right?
I agree.
I think that's we could turn this 8-minute song and
into a really gorgeous 4.5.
Yeah, we could calorie deficit this bitch and make her a nice 4.5, 4:20 even minute song, like
more memorable that way.
8 minutes and 23 seconds was definitely not the amount of time that was needed, you know.
Nah, it was excessive, I feel. All right, that's it, right?
Yeah. I
think we analyzed this enough.
I think we gave perfect. I think honestly,
this is good feedback.
This is amazing feedback. The band.
This is amazing.
Guys, there's no way you're sitting there disagreeing with us, because you also have to listen.
You have to put yourself in the listener's shoes.
Exactly, and when a band like 1914 also give you a tap on the shoulder, that's amazing, right? But
it's probably more for the nod and the fact of the Ukrainian and the song and all of that stuff.
Exactly, because if you listen to 1914, right? Because this band, from this song,
they're probably fans.
They're probably fans, maybe. But you have to look at their lyric wise, like how they're able to do English lyrics and do it a similar way, right? Because your vocal style is different from theirs. Theirs is more out there. Yours is more of a record player from the 20s, right? So your vocal approach, I have no problem with it. No problem with it, because I think it's perfect for the sound itself. I think just lyric wise, got to change it up. And in the end, the humming at the end was not needed for that long.
All right. On that note, guys, thank you for watching this video. Let us know your thoughts on the song, on the band, on our feedback. Hit us up in the comment section.
Great riff. That I will say before we end, that was I love the fucking. I always love like Russian, Ukrainian style like folk riffs. I always love that shit. It always sounds really good.
I agree. All right. Kudos for that. On that note, we'll see you all at the next video.
See ya.